Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's Takes with Alex. I am your host, Alex. Welcome back. Hope everyone's doing well on this Thursday. The topic of this video is the quiet strength of persistence. Why steadfast effort changes everything. Many people begin with great enthusiasm, a big dream, a meaningful goal, a desire to grow. But when the path gets long, obstacles appear, and results are slow, it's easy to want to quit. What separates those who eventually succeed from those who don't is rarely talent or luck. It is persistence, the willingness to keep going when it would be easier to stop. Today we explore the spiritual necessity of persistence. This teaching is universal for every person who has ever felt like giving up on something important. Rooted in the eternal Torah and illuminated by the profound wisdom of Hasidic masters, we will discover that persistence is not just a practical skill, it is a sacred quality that aligns us with the divine process of creation and ultimately redemption. Torah repeatedly honors persistence. Uh, Abraham left everything familiar and walked forward in faith for decades, even when the promise seemed impossible. Jacob worked for 14 long years for Rachel, enduring deception and hardship because his heart was set on what mattered. The Israelites wandered in the desert for 40 years, not because God was cruel, but because the journey itself was forming them. Joshua and the people marched around Jericho once a day for 6 days and 7 times on the seventh. Persistent obedience, persistent obedience that brought the walls down. These stories teach us that God values steadfast effort. The path to the promised land was not quick or easy. It required daily faithfulness. The Torah shows us that persistence is how character is built, how faith is tested, and how miracles are often revealed, not in a single moment, but through continued forward movement. Hasidic masters place great importance on persistence. The Baal Shem Tov taught that small, consistent acts done with sincerity can elevate far more holy sparks than occasional grand efforts. He encouraged his followers to keep going even when inspiration was low, because the very fact of continuing builds spiritual strength. The Alter Rebbe in the Tanya explains that true divine service requires persistent human effort combined with trusting God. That we keep knocking on that door, and eventually, we get to a place where it opens. God opens it. So the soul grows not through effortless inspiration, but through the daily choice to show up and do the work, even when it feels ordinary or difficult. In Hasidic thought, persistence is a form of self-nullification. When we keep going despite fatigue, doubt, or lack of visible results, we surrender our need for immediate gratification and align ourselves with the patient, steady way God creates and sustains the world. This is how real transformation happens, slowly, faithfully, and with love. The necessity of persistence carries deep spiritual significance for every soul. It builds inner strength and resilience. Each time we choose to continue, we become less easily discouraged. It cultivates deep trust in God. Persistence teaches us to rely on divine timing rather than our fluctuating emotions. It elevates holy sparks over time. Consistent effort gathers light that's scattered, dramatic actions often miss. It creates lasting character. The person who persists develops patience, humility, integrity, and faith, qualities that define a meaningful life. It participates in the redemptive process. The world is healed not by one heroic act, but by countless faithful steps taken by many souls over time. How can we develop this holy persistence? Start small and steady. Choose one meaningful goal and commit to tiny daily actions rather than overwhelming intensity. Expect resistance. Understand that doubt, fatigue, and setbacks are normal. They are part of the refining process. Return quickly. When you fall off track, begin again without harsh self-judgment. Anchor in higher purpose. Regularly remind yourself why the goal matters. Connect it to service, growth, or contribution. Track faithfulness, not just results. Measure success by showing up consistently, not only by visible outcomes. Draw strength from community. Share your journey with others who encourage persistence. The necessity of persistence teaches us that the path to greatness is walked one faithful step at a time. The soul that keeps going, even when the way is long, becomes strong, clear, and aligned with the divine will. This week, look at one important area of your life where you have been tempted to stop. Take one small, persistent step forward. Trust that your continued effort is seen and meaningful. If this message has strengthened your resolve, share in the comments what goal or area are you committing to persist in right now. Like if these words encouraged your heart. Subscribe for more explorations of Torah and Hasidic wisdom made alive for our time, and turn on notifications. May you walk with steadfast faith and quiet strength. May your persistent steps lead you to beautiful and meaningful destinations. Until next time, keep going, keep growing, and let your faithful journey shine. Guys, have a great Thursday. Be healthy, be happy, be blessed. Thanks for your support, and I'll see you again tomorrow for the next one. Have a great day.